Y'all know me, world famous, your boy, the number one hot boy, Juvie the Great, a.k.a. Juvenile.
Can you tell me what a hot boy summer is?
It's our turn, man. That's all it is. It's a hot boy summer is us coming back because it's been hot girl summer for the last 4 summers, you know. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for keeping the whole hot boy thing going. Yeah, just having fun with it. Me and my dogs, we wanted to do something, and we felt like it's our summer, so here we go.
What was it like to be a part of representing your city and putting New Orleans on the map in the music world?
The truth is, I really didn't know no other way. You know, I was one of those kids that was raised up in the projects, around the projects. My whole neighborhood, my whole area was all minority. So what you saw on TV is pretty much all I knew. And, you know, we never really did too much traveling as a kid growing up. So all I knew was New Orleans. All I knew was, you know, our culture and how we eat, how we talk, and what we like to do. And that's what I wanted my video to represent.
What was it like having to prove the South's place in hip-hop history?
Well, we felt like we had to prove things because, you know, the music industry was pretty much East Coast, West Coast. Of course, my man Luke Skywalker was doing his thing, and Rap-A-Lot did their thing, but majority was East Coast, West Coast. The bulk was New York, and if you had to win over New York and then the West Coast, and if you didn't, you probably wouldn't make it in the industry, right? So us as Southern artists, we feel like we had to conquer all. It was hard, man. It was hard breaking that ice. You know, you had cats like me, cats like Mystical, cats like Master P, Wayne, BG, all of us, we all played our part in trying to break that ice.
What were the moments in your mind that you started to know that you made it?
I can't remember the year, but at one time it was an era where you had to do something with the South, or you had to have a Southern beat or something like that in order to make it. In the music industry, the higher ups was only looking for Southern artists, you know, and it went on for a very long time. Like, you know, I think like the South, once we got our foot in the door, I don't ever remember us leaving, you know, kind of different from the East and the West Coast. Now it's kind of like everybody blends in with the South, no matter where you're from in the world. You got to do something with us.
How did you come up with the saying from the 99 to 2000?
It was an ad-lib. It was crazy. I was doing a radio version. If you notice, it's not on the street version. It's on a radio version. So they called me to the studio, right, and they said, you got to make a radio version to back that ass up. So I get there, and I'm thinking of all these things that I could say on a hook or something to get the song going. And you know, the Cash Money records taking over for the 99 to 2000 was something that was just generic, you know, and it came out and it stuck.
It's funny how sometimes just the random things, you never know what's going to catch.
Yeah, they come and they stick, man. And that was one of those things that I didn't even know it was going to be on the radio version, to be honest. You don't know what they're going to, you know, man, it was in control of editing the song, so I didn't know how they was going to go. But, man, shout out to him for keeping that on there and making it something that just stick around. I mean, people introduce themselves and say, hey, Chuv, I'm born in the 99 and 2000s. I'm like, okay. My mom said you was her favorite artist and that's all they played then. I'm like, okay, I got you, bro. But it's just crazy how they introduce themselves to me now.
What's your thoughts on technology?
Well, I'm kind of like with Will I Am. I think the world is going to change. Technology makes the world evolve, and if you're not involved in it, you're going to find yourself falling behind. Outside of rap, I took all these other classes, like I'm a CNC route operator, which it runs off the computer program and telling machines what to do, right? And that's kind of like futuristic too. Like if I was to make a chair or build a piece of furniture or make a lamp like I do, I sell lamps. I would use, instead of me using my hands to operate the tools, I would use a computer to do it. Something that a lot of people didn't even know that operates, but a lot of CNC routers and people that take these CNC classes, it makes the world go around. It's how they build everything. Even the cameras y'all use were built using CNC routers. The 3D printing CNC, you know, it's the same thing.
What an amazingly fun fact about yourself. When did you get into CNC technology?
COVID. Well, I was already building things all my life. You know, I was making lamps and stuff like that since a kid. When COVID hit, I really got educated. My father taught me how to, you know, do the electrician work, you know, the electronic work. And then I wanted to take it a step further. And I just took a couple classes.
What are some of the things that you've been building?
I build furniture, man. I got a website called Made by Juvie. If you want to, you check it out. It's nice stuff on it. And that's what I did when COVID came. I was selling lamps and all kind of furnitures, and my lamps are creative too. They lamps that you can put bottles like alcohol on and dispense alcohol on it. So very creative lamps.
Can you tell us about your tiny desk experience?
The whole Tiny Desk thing happened because my daughter was telling me about NPR and, you know, Tiny Desk and things of that nature. And I was green. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Tiny Desk? I posted it and my daughter was like, oh man, here it goes. So they went into attack mode. They started attacking me. She said, you gotta fix this and you need to go on, you need to do Tiny Desk. And I was like, okay, so, all right, if I get 10,000 retweets, I'll do Tiny Desk. Not knowing, I really didn't know what Tiny Desk was. I didn't know it was a live performance, but I really had to get educated on it. And it turned out being one of the greatest moves and things in my career. Because when I did it, I brought some people along with me. Manny Fresh, world famous trombone shorty. And of course, man, one of the greatest musician is right out the world, John Baptiste. I had an opportunity to share that with some of my guys from New Orleans, so it ended up being one of the best experiences of my life.
How has your passion for music evolved as you've grown older?
It was kicking in for me is that I can factor right now for me is it's the fact that I can. You know, the fact that I'm 50 years old and I feel like there's a lot of things that I can still do at a high level, rap being one. Being a father at a high level, I feel like that's my that was one of the biggest challenges in life. I feel like rap is secondary, but being that father and that husband, and I've been married for 21 plus years, I've been with my wife for 30 plus years. I think that just went hand in hand with the rap, and right now I'm just so motivated in life and everything that's going on in my life and all my business ventures and what I'm doing. I think it's the right time for me to put an album out.
When is the album coming out, and what can we expect on it?
We don't have a solid date, but we're looking at September. My album is an album that's more like considered a grown man's album, right? I didn't focus on like normally, you know, when I was recording in the beginning, I was trying to make songs to please the fans. I didn't do that. I made songs to please the fans who've been supporting me for day one, and mainly the biggest fan, me. You know what I'm saying? My biggest fan. So I feel like, you know, if I like it, I think the world gonna love it. And that's what I did this time. I went in the studio and I made an album that I like.